Honestly, if I could find wrapping paper like this, I would buy it. How cute would that look like under the tree, right? So I put a little bow tie on one because I thought that would make it look a little bit fancier for Christmas. I'm going to show you what products that I used to make this design before we get going so you know what to gather. Now, if you're learning or just testing your designs, you're going to need some tips. Then you're going to need some great detailed brushes, your alcohol inks, a dish for acetone, a brush for those lines that you want to create, a white polish because we're going to use a white polish as the base. Your top coat, in this case, is going to be a matte finish. Okay, so I'm going to paint my first coat of white on either my nails or my practice tip. Okay, and I'm going to cure that for 60 seconds. Okay, and I don't really need to do 2 coats of the white. It covers pretty good, so I don't really need a second coat. Make sure you got some acetone in this little dish. I've been playing with alcohol inks a bit, and it doesn't work with alcohol. You've got to blend it and cause the different shapes and colors and blends with acetone. So get your nice little glass dish and fill your dish up with some acetone. You don't need much. Okay, so the 4 colors that I'm working with: Carmine, which is a red, Leaf is a green, NCE, which is kind of my favorite, spa color, that kind of, cool kind of color, and Azure is a beautiful, beautiful blue. So I'm going to undo some of the lids because sometimes you want to go back and forth with the colors. Undo them all, but be careful because alcohol inks are very strongly pigmented, and if you get it on your clothes or anything, it can stain, so I want you to be warned of that. So here's where it gets exciting and you can really have fun playing. And oh, there's a sticky layer. Okay, before you put the alcohol on it, make sure you remove the dispersion layer off of your white gel polish or whatever base color you're using with some alcohol. Okay, so I think I'm going to stick with that sort of blue-green kind of color motif. I'm going to start with long lines and then sideways lines. Let's do some sideways now. We want to get that sort of plaid pattern going. Ooh, see how it kind of gives like a yellow tone? That's pretty. Yeah, I like that. Okay, let's stick with that lighter kind of green. Let's try and make the lines a little bit not as same width every single time. Get a little bit of different in there. Let's make this one bigger. That's pretty. I like that. And let's balance that darker color out with one up here. It's harder to make a straighter line sometimes on a curved, especially if your nails are really C-curved. It's a little bit harder. Let's bring a little bit of the deeper blue in, but this way. And not too wide. That's pretty. We need that coming down just from here. Because plaid's like that. It doesn't necessarily have a thread going through it that's the same all the way, like from beginning to end, right? I need a little towel here next to me. Sometimes I don't want to go in where it's too much alcohol on the brush because I'm going to saturate it too hard. So I just need to get rid of it in the bottle there, and then sometimes even dab it on here. That's pretty. And then I'm gonna just smooth this one out. I like that. I'm gonna keep that like that. Ooh, I like that. Okay, so I'm gonna go in and get a little bit of acetone. I'm gonna dab it a little so not too much. And I'm gonna just, remember I'm doing sort of taking away. Oh, that's pretty. Look how pretty that is. I like that. Okay, maybe we can do that in another spot here. Okay, and then this, I don't like this up here, so I'm just going to do that. Okay. Oh, I'm going to get rid of the lids now in the bottles. Just going to put them here for a minute because I want to, remember, don't forget, whenever you're dealing with the alcohol, get it out of the brush first and don't splatter it. You'll have it everywhere. I mean, it really worked with my Halloween design when I splattered some of the Carmine color. But in this case, I don't want any splatter on me plaid. So I'm going to get that thin brush again. Remember this guy? I love this brush. So I'm going to dip it in to the blue, the Azure. And we're going to put some okay, let's see if we can go a different direction now with these little lines. Oh, did you see that? The blue floats around, just looks really pretty. I like that. Okay. Okay, I love this. To me, this says a little bit like spring, but it doesn't say traditional tartan Christmas. This says more spring. But let me mat it and see if it changes it. And if not, I have another idea we can try. Let's try the mat on top of it. That sure brought out some rich colors in there. I like that. Okay. What I'm thinking is, I put that on top of, well, on top of the white color, but if we put the matte on top, I think it might give a different look. Let's try it. I'm surprised I didn't lose my voice yet. Caraman's hoping. So that did take the brightness down a little bit. Do you see that difference of what we had before? Let's try this on the matte. That's still pretty. I still like that, but it's not the same kind of soft. I did this and I can't remember exactly how I did it. So I think I'm going to try it on the matte. I think that might give me that warmer, sort of blended, more traditional looking plaid. If we do it over top of the matte, I have a feeling it's going to blend better. I think the clear top coat, the shiny top coat, is keeping it rather crisp and not as blended. It's a theory. I'm going to try it. Textures are huge. That's what I think is happening here. I think it's a texture thing for the alcohol to absorb into. So let's see. Has a much more softer feel, even just applying with the brush. Yeah, I like that a lot better. So for the summer and spring, do it on a shiny top coat. And for winter, do it on a matte top coat. That's much better, much more traditional looking. I like that better. I might even like that one better because it's a little bit brighter. That's pretty. Okay, let's top coat that. Let it dry a little bit too, because if you put your top coat on, whether it's shiny or matte, on top of too wet of the alcohol, then it might smear it just a little bit. So just give it a few seconds in between to dry. Oh, I don't know, Carmine. I like it shiny. Isn't that crazy? Well, I mean, the whole idea was going for the matte, but that looked pretty. It doesn't matter. It's done now. It may go in shiny, but that's a matte top coat.
Oh,
so it's coming out matte whether we like it or not.
Wasn't held long enough for me to good look at it.
I know, because I wanted to get it into the line. Yeah. Get it cured.
I think it's better matte.
I do like it matte.
I think for this design.
It is awfully nice.
And
okay, so
I'm a shiny guy.
Yes, you like them shiny as a general. So these are the two that I did the other day. These two basically here are almost identical techniques, but just done. One is over the shiny coat, one is over the matte coat. Unreal. But that's gorgeous. I actually really like this. I like the brightness of it. Actually, like I said, I wish I could find wrapping paper that looks like that, because that would look so adorable under the tree. I really like these. These are adorable. I'm going to do one hand. Let's take a look. Well, thanks for joining me. I've got some more Christmas videos coming for you. See you soon.